sound goes like that. My sound goes like this. My sound goes like that. My sound goes like this. My sound goes like that. My sound goes like this. My sound goes like that. My sound goes like this, like this, like this, like that. Like this. My sound goes like this. Like this.
flowing, she got me up on my feet. Said I don't know where I'm going, but I'm moving to her beat. She got that thing that keeps growing, she got me stuck on my feet. She got me losing my mind every day of the week. She got that rhythm that's flowing, she got me up on my feet. Said I don't know where I'm going, but I'm moving to her beat. She got that thing that keeps growing, she got me stuck on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in. How we doing, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in. It is wonderful to see everybody. Hopefully you guys are having an absolutely phenomenal evening. It looks as though my blurred that I typically do is gone. So this is going to be real interesting. I'm going to actually minimize that and kind of change my background a little bit so I don't expose anything for you. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome on in. For those of you guys who are new, my name is Percussive173. We have an absolutely amazing stream for you guys tonight. I cannot wait. I am very excited. We are welcoming on the wonderful GD onto the PSP Podcast, and I'm very excited to have this one because, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mother's Day. So, well, it's Mother's Day weekend. Tomorrow's actually Mother's Day, and I'm actually ridiculously excited to be able to share Mother's Day weekend with you guys. And do something like positive like we normally do, and in this case today it's going to actually be that podcast. So without further ado, we can go ahead and get the podcast started. So that being said, I will do that. Roll it. Things are actually not going the way I expected, but all right. Let's start it on up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in to the PSP Podcast, featuring your friendly host, Percussive173. Let's freaking go! I downed him! Oh, I got it! 508 meters! I'm pushing everything right now. He gets to Lockman. Dude, this Lockman is so good! Oh my god, I'm disgusting! So what do you think about that play, huh? What were your thoughts?
Not very smart, man. Not very smart, man.
It happens, man. Hey, well, come back. We'll try it again, okay?
Very smart, man.
It happens. Shit. I guess I'm just gonna shit on him. He's dead. Did I just ace? I just ace. Let's go.
Take a funky jazz with him.
Easy triple. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to have you be a part of the PSP Podcast. And I'm your friendly host, Percussive173, and let's have a freaking party. aren't I? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in. I just really apologize for that. My audio did have a little bit of in weird sequence there, but I'm Percussive173 and welcome on into the PSP Podcast. PSP stands for Perk Spreads Positivity because around here we celebrate the growth, the grind, and the good vibes that always keeps us moving every single day. Now, today's episode is super close to the heart because it's our Mother's Day special, and I want to take a moment here to just show some love to the real life heroes who literally juggle everything and still have time to dominate the digital world and, you know, their own personal world as well. And speaking of domination here, my guest is a straight up force in Call of Duty. She's a content creator. She's cracked. She's got killer energy. And honestly, like, she's got a big heart too. And not only holding down like on the game itself, but she's holding it down at home too. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the incredible GD, god damn it, and proud mom, a fearless COD streamer who proves to like pretty much everybody that you can do it all. And like, honestly, what we're going to dive into today is the balance of like chaos and parroting and also like the passion that goes into streaming so that you can kind of be like true with yourself. And as an aspiring content creator, I'm very, very, very excited to welcome in GD. She is absolutely amazing. So, GD, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm excited. Mother Day's tomorrow, so
Yes, it is.
I'm ready to chill out, get to sleep in.
I'm excited for a nice day to sleep in. I've got some really fun plans with my mother on Mother's Day too. Like, I'm going to be taking her out to a really awesome meal. She doesn't even know it yet.
That's great.
But yeah, so honestly, like, why don't we start with your story? Why don't we talk about a little bit, like, what even got you into streaming? And what was that moment that was like, yeah, I'm built for this. I'm built for streaming and content.
So I've always played video games. I was one out of a million kids. So early on, like early stages, my brothers and I grew up around every console from the beginning, you know? And then when I became older, I don't know. It just kind of like one of those things I never really thought of. I kind of stopped playing video games for a while. Then I had my first child at 19. And so I was like full on mom mode there. And probably when he was like 6 or 7, I started dating a guy that watched streams and played video games. And Fortnite came out and I got obsessed with Fortnite. And he had always talked about streaming. And I was like, I don't know. He tried it and was terrible at it, like really bad. And I was like, I can do this. And he told me I couldn't do it. And I was like, well, first off, goodbye. And then second, I started streaming and I don't know, like I just have the niche or whatever. I have the personality and I love it. I love like meeting new people. Like you guys are my community. You guys are like more my family than my real family, you know?
And honestly, I've seen that firsthand. Like, the damn fam is amazing. They're incredible people. Like, I always try to tune in like whenever you're live, because like I'm so busy, I never really get a chance to like really talk in streams. Or I'll say like,
you don't need to say anything. I get it.
No, like, but that's like the life of a streamer though. That's the life of a content creator. Cause like 95% of what we do is like behind the scenes. And like, literally I say it consistently, like it's all like everything that we do behind the scenes. It's all introspective work. It's all stuff like that. And like, honestly, that's like really cool. So you started with Fortnite?
I did. I know, right? You'll never, I mean, honestly, I know everyone laughs, but I liked Fortnite. It was really
It's a
fun
good game.
until they started adding in all the crazy stuff where, you know, I'd build a McMansion and then somebody would take gloves and just go and I'd die. And I'd be like, what is this game? You know? And then at the time, Dance came out. So I got into COD and I loved it.
Oh, so you started back like in COVID.
Yeah.
Like even before COVID, actually.
Yeah.
A pre-COVID streamer. And I've honestly, like, what was really cool to me is like watching you grow as a streamer. Like, as soon as you moved over to Kick, I saw you like pretty much blow up, and it was really cool to watch. Like you got that check mark, like you did everything, like you
I
were
had
like
it like
putting your note.
15 days in, but
Yeah,
I was
you
grinding.
were grinding, and like I see it. So like it's awesome to see someone do that, and like you're doing all this on top of being like a mom, and that's like
Yeah.
even more impressive.
Yeah.
So so that being said, since this is our Mother's Day special, how did becoming a mom, did that shape the way you approach content or anything? Does that change the way you game, your stream, or like even building your community?
No. I mean, like,
Hmm.
would never do anything that would hurt like my family at all. And like I don't know, I'm just a gamer girl in my eyes. So like I'm who I am. I still walk I mean, you my husband has to shut the door. I scream, I curse, it's just like this is just who I am. Um my 16-year-old is like whatever, but when his friends are over, oh my mom streams.
But
So
and that's
I don't know, it's never really changed me.
and that's honestly like that. It's kind of cool the way like you're able to like juggle everything. And I know it may not have changed you, but like definitely like going through like just the standard day in the life as a content creator, like because I mean when you get later on in the podcast we'll talk way more in depth about like kind of like this, because the PSP podcast, like what we do is we're here for like newer creators. We want to like
Yeah.
kind of give tips and advice and stuff like that for creators who are aspiring, who want to learn, who like don't know what they should have, like the tech behind it and stuff like that. And like honestly, like that being said, the day in the life aspect, what does a day in the life look like for you as a content creator, as like a parent who is also a content creator? Like genuinely, how do we
Um
make it all work?
uh let's see, a cup of coffee in the morning, another cup of coffee right after that,
Ayo.
mid-afternoon Red Bull, followed by a 5 o'clock scoop of advanced GG, and prayers, lots of prayers. Like, no, honestly, a day in the life for me now, because I mean it's different too. Like, I feel like
Mhm.
I'm, like, double loaded. When I first started content creation, I had a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, and just him. And he was very self-sufficient and, like, he got up, went to school, by himself. Like, he went right to the bus stop. Like, he's so self-sufficient. Now, I have a teenager who is still self-sufficient, but I have a 7-month-old. So now I'm
Congratulations on
trying
that, by the
to
way.
thank you.
Mhm.
So I am trying to do 2 things now, but usually, Monday through Friday, I work from home,
Mhm.
during the day. So I have an IRL job on top of full-time streaming. So I work usually about 7:30 to 5 or 3 to 5, depending on when we get off. So usually I work from home. I have a blanket with, like, toys. I mean, we got all the toys, like, we got the toys, okay?
Yes.
So, we got toys. He's, like, at the point where he's about to start crawling. He plays. I put him down for naps. I work all day. While I'm working, I'll throw laundry in. I'll start dinner. I'm trying to, like, get my work done, make sure the baby's taken care of, clean the house. At some point, I do shower, like, it's usually, like, around the afternoon when he's down for his second nap. I'm like, "Okay, I can jump in the shower now?" But it's, like, it's hectic, it's chaotic, and at the same time, while everything's happening, people don't understand how much goes into content creation. Like,
Yes.
I am responding to DMs. I'm trying to set up, like, I have my birthday stream next month. I'm trying to do a like massive stream. So I'm like calling people, I'm texting people. You got to plan in what goes to that, what you want to collab with next. It's just like so much shit at the end of the
Yes.
day. And yeah, then by the time my husband gets home from work, I give him the baby and I go live, and then, it's eat while I'm streaming. Everyone watches me eat all the time. And then,
I still
you
haven't
know,
figured that out yet. I'm still not comfortable eating on stream besides for like peanuts. But
oh my gosh, no, I'm just like literally eating all the time. I have like snacks in my drawer.
it's a good
Like,
thing though. Having food is
yeah.
important.
Yeah, I know. Like, if someone like bought me a sub sandwich, I'd be like full cam, like eating the sandwich. I don't care, at this point. But I'll eat, stream, and then by like 10:30, I'll get off, take my makeup off, get in like in my pajamas and just go straight to bed. And then like that's the next day. Unless it's like a Saturday or Sunday, and then my husband and I will like alternate, like sleeping in.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of us has to get up early with the baby, and then that. But I mean, it's from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, it's just full schedule
Having a baby
constantly.
complicates life in general. It's like incredible to see someone like you like put all those pieces together in that way, like just to be able to like put it together. Like people don't talk about it enough. Like not just like as a mom, like it's just incredible. Like to be able to do that, to be able to work your job and like to be able to come back in like content. And like a lot of people don't realize the gravity of the stuff that like streamers do behind the scenes. Like people just
Mhm.
see us in front of a camera and we see the production and they think, you know what, yo, we're gonna make this work because we can make this work. But like
Yeah.
you brought up the point of like even like we could delve into this like collaborations and stuff. Not everyone is like is fluid and is easy to work with. Is like when you and I just like plan this like within a week. Like and that's awesome. Kudos to
Yeah,
you.
I'm
Hmm.
I'm telling you, with people too, with collabs, the amount of effort it goes into you message somebody in the morning, they don't get back into you in the afternoon. They say,
Hmm.
"Sure, let's do it this day." And you're like, "Okay." And you set it up. And like
Yes.
lately for me, I will set up a stream and I'll get a collab going because honestly, the biggest tip I would say is if you have a collab and you have your stream planned out, you're gonna have a better stream. People that
Yes.
you're like sitting there like, what do I do? I don't know who to play with. You can just like see it on your face. Like you don't
Hmm.
know what's going on. You're frustrated or you're stressed because you're not having the stream that you want. But like that alone, then people flake on you. That I get that a lot. People are like, oh, I forgot, or I slept in, or whatever. And then next thing you know, you're like, ah, shit, that
Hmm.
like that is a lot. That is like it takes like 8 hours a day to make a collab for one day. It's
From a
crazy.
from a collaboration perspective too, it's like I mean I've had experiences where like I've reached out to people, they say, "Oh yeah, let's do it. It's gonna be awesome," and then like I don't hear back from them, which is no shade on them. Like, dude, everybody
Right.
has busy lives. Like you and I both understand. Like we're we're our own audio engineers. We're our own videographers. We're our own um like we have to have workarounds and backup plans and stuff. And like even if we have everything perfect, there's still tech errors that will always happen because we all know how weird OBS is. Like it's it crashes constantly.
Yeah. Well, I'm also I'm also streaming on all four platforms right now.
Same.
Like not at the moment, but like I've been doing that and that alone too is a lot. Like
Like
gotta
the
read
well
four
the
chats, play
subscriptions we need
COD.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just all of it. It's crazy.
So like I use Restream, right? And
Okay.
that's something that like I like because I don't have fiber internet. So I
Yeah.
don't have the ability to send like 600 kbs like 4 different times because that's gonna like I could talk about like the actual technical aspect behind this for hours. And like one of the biggest things that I could say just off the rip, if you're setting up your stream, if you're setting up OBS, is to look at your upload speeds first, because that's what you're uploading onto the internet to actually stream. So it's like knowing that is like the biggest part of figuring things out and part of the battle.
Yeah, either you need to learn and be tech savvy or marry your tech guy.
Hey,
Thanks, babe.
and even that's like it's just important because like I actually pride myself in being that tech guy, and like I always have a free open door policy. If people need help on things, like I'll try and like make things work, because like my capture card stopped transmitting audio yesterday, so I did spent 6 hours of work at
You're gonna
night.
have to get a new PC. I don't know. Just throw it out.
No, it's a new capture card, but I'm using NDI now so I could
Yeah.
transmit audio. So I'm hoping that upon the recording, which I have on my secondary like streaming PC, that we're
Yeah.
not seeing like a difference of audio. Otherwise, I have to like go into DaVinci Resolve, like my editing platform,
And move
slide
it.
it. Yeah, it's a whole
Nope.
thing.
Yeah.
Because a question I kind of want to get into, like talking about the behind the scenes aspect, like as like for newer creators, it's like we want to go into a little bit of what you do behind the scenes to make like your production, like to make the goddamn family like see what they're seeing?
Honestly, schedules. Like I used to like print a calendar for the month and just like write everything down. Now I use a Google Drive and I have like a Google Drive with the days and it scrolls and it has like my work time, it has the whole day in there. And then I just block off and I'm like, okay, this is where I'm collabing, this is why I'm doing this. Um, and it just kind of helps me like, okay, this is what I need to focus on. Cause if I don't have like a calendar in front of me, I can't like, I'm like, "What am I doing? What am I doing?" You know, I spin. So now that I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm working from this time to this time, and then this time I'm gonna collab for 3 hours, and then I'm gonna do Tarkov for, like, the rest of the stream or whatever."
Hmm.
That helps significantly, like, just having a calendar. And also, another thing I would tell everybody is I plan everything for the month. So, like, if I'm taking off Mondays to have family nights, Mondays, I'm blocking off. Like, it's just it helps you really, like, hone in on like your content. And then from there, then you're like, okay, I have my calendar, da 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 da, whatever. So like behind the scenes, I feel like I'm always working on that calendar. That
Hmm.
is like that's what I do all day in every day, just to make sure that I'm like kind of like focused on it and I know what's going to happen. So that's like my behind the scenes meal prepping too. Make sure
Yes,
you meal prep. Like it's it's needed for
us
sure.
us content creators have the worst diets ever. So that's why, like, you're right, meal prepping is so important. Like, granted, I weigh 323 pounds, and like I'm excited to partner with T Captain, and I'll talk about that at a different point. But like, we're gonna be like working on like everything that's going on. Like, but that's like a 10-year health issue that I've had that we're trying to
Yeah.
get to the bottom of. And like, it's not as
Yeah.
simple as changing my diet because doctors and I have tried that, but that's a me thing. But
But
like,
yeah, I mean,
mhm,
that also too, a lot of streamers, like the mental toll that streaming takes on people.
it's
Like,
huge.
I mean, I feel like I'm healthy for the most part, but like it's a lot, you know? And I mean, like shit, I was on Twitch for 3, 4 years before I came over to Kick, and I was on Kick for maybe 5 months before I went to like a rehab and got sober from alcohol. So like I had to like learn how to stream and handle all that
Can
while
we hear it for that
streaming.
sobriety though? Like, chat, blow that shit up. That's amazing, and I'm really proud of you for what you've done on that. Like, I've
Yeah.
watched your journey, and it's
It was
great.
yeah, like I got sober around the time they started like you can get a phase 1, 2 or 3, like before phase 1 actually came out.
Hmm.
Um But yeah, like that entire time phase 1, 2, and 3 were announced. Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 6 to 9, I was sitting in like a rehab like for like weeks, for like I think 12 weeks. Um so yeah, you really do need to work on your health, mental health because it's that plays a huge factor. Rejection, people trolling you.
Hmm.
It's the internet, man. If you don't have a
The
tough
internet's
skin,
wild. Like,
like that's definitely going to affect your weight, your health, everything.
every single day, I have someone tell me I'm fat, and every single day, I have someone try to like berate me or whatever the case is. It's like,
Yeah.
but and like I know that like we had an episode of the PSP podcast like last year with during Women's History Month with Steffi Sav and Positive, and it was an amazing episode. Um, and they talked about like the struggles of being a woman in content, and some of the stories that they said are just absolutely. Wouldn't even think that that's something that people would go through. Is
Yeah.
there anything that, like, as a woman in the content space, is there anything you kind of want to dive into? You want to talk about, and with that, that maybe newer streamers should be ready for if they want to make that jump?
I mean, you know, as a woman, a lot of the times there's for me especially, it's just people like ask, "Do you have an OnlyFans?" No, I don't. Like I have kids. Once it's on the internet, it's on the internet forever, you know? Um, but like it's hard to say because everybody's so different in their walks as a woman, you know? For me, it's honestly the trolling, I would say. People come in, "You're ugly," or blah, 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 or whatever, like, but I don't know. I've been doing this long enough that if people come into my chat and say something dumb, usually what I do is I just like roll my eyes and like say something back stupid like, "Oh yeah, I know. You shouldn't really talk about yourself like that." But you just have to ignore it. Like just realize like that person's nobody. And like once they're banned, who cares? You know?
Definitely agree. Like you definitely see haters like come into comments like consistently. Like it in honestly, in my opinion, something that like everybody, any aspiring creators should be ready for is kind of to figure out how you want to handle the trolls in your own way. And
Yeah,
like
I got somebody right here. Okay, Section 8 housing looking real cute nowadays, I guess. How'd you get on that list, girl? Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
honestly,
Like,
I just
like
my brain
what?
just took a
Are you
fart when I
calling me
listened to that.
poor? Like, is it like you're calling me a poor person? I don't. Okay.
Well, the internet already has this
you know,
weird
like
the
it's just
internet
like
has
some
this
the
weird
shit that they
notion.
say is so dumb.
It
Like, oh my
is.
god, go to bed, go do your homework. Your mom's like, come on.
Mhm. The internet has this weird preconceived notion that all content creators don't have a job, or all content creators are poor, or they're lazy and they don't want to work. Like
Yeah,
I can tell you right now, well, obviously you can probably attest to this as well. Content creation might be one of the most difficult jobs I've had. And
yeah,
like when it because 90% of the stuff that we do from a technological perspective, from a videographer perspective, from an editing perspective, from a planned like orientation perspective, collaboration perspective, you're doing things that most businesses dream that they could be able to do, and they do it with like 50 people, and you're doing it with
yeah.
1 to 3 people.
Just one. I was
This
paying
one,
editor
right?
for a while. But
Hmm.
yeah, no, I totally get it. I totally get it. It's a lot.
It definitely is. And like one of the things that people have been talking about, especially in the content space, is content creation isn't necessarily for everyone, or specific ways of content creation isn't for everyone. And that, so
Yeah.
what do you think about with that?
I mean, there has to be a good balance. I
Hmm.
have been blessed enough to be like the top percentage of streamers that are, I would say, successful. There's a lot of people that I see that will just, they'll go to their job, they'll work the bare minimum, they'll come home, and the rest of the time they're streaming. They don't put out content, they don't network, they just go live, they play with their friends. And that's when content creation is unhealthy and unsuccessful that way. So, that's where they like people should really like going back to the schedule. Having a schedule is like the most real thing. You need to make sure your home, like a cleanly home is a clean mind kind of thing. You need to make sure that you putting your life, your finances, your family first, and then content creation. Um, until you can learn how to grow and not just hit the live button and say you're, grinding for 12 hours to 3 people. I mean, it is a grind, yes,
Hmm.
but you have to do the grind correctly to become successful, or you're just stuck in the mud spinning tires.
I see a lot of content creators like just pop into the game, think that they could go live as soon as they get off work for like whenever, and think that they're doing everything that they need to do, and think that their chat's just gonna clip things and make their page like pop. And like I I I feel like when as a newer streamer going into content creation, there is a huge I don't want to call it a waiting game because it's not a waiting game, but it's like you kind of have to be happy. I turn the viewer count off. I don't care if I'm streaming to 0 people or 700 people. Like I don't
It's
know how
true.
many people. Yeah.
I know what you're saying. It's true. If you show up shitty to chat, chat's gonna be shitty. If you show up
Right.
hype to chat, chat's gonna be hype.
Hmm.
There's I was even talking about this the other day too. Even with my sobriety, um, how like the mental health part and the sobriety affect everything. Just the difference in a stream. I used to drink and we used to like drink, uh, like drop subbies, let's go, we're getting drunk. That if you do that, chat will do that. And like now that I don't have that, like I have to bring the energy out and be like, me, which I thankfully I am. I have like a personality now that I'm sober, but
You do have an
like I
awesome
have to do
personality.
that and try to like keep it up while being exhausted, like sleep deprivation's a real thing,
Especially with COD. I mean, Call of Duty itself, you need to be like, I don't want to say like you got to be like super on edge, like super alert. Things happen in like an instant, but that's gaming in general.
Yeah, you can't just be sitting there like staring and
Right.
playing. And I want to hear comms. Comms are my favorite. Like right there, he's one shot. Blah 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 blah. Like run, stuff like that. Like you have to have, you have to have that energy. You have
Of
to,
course.
or it really will affect you.
I've actually done a really fun. I had a really funny podcast. Actually, Bibby and I talked about this last podcast. Like the difference between a streamer that just sits there and plays COD, um, versus a streamer that literally turns around and like is excited that like things are happening. Like for example, when I play Verdansk, and I'm at Verdansk, I've always been decent at Verdansk. Like even
Yeah.
back like when I didn't stream, that was the first stint when Verdansk was out. But like being able to say, "Oh, he's an IHOP. He's an IHOP over there. He's down over there to the left. There's three of them. One of them moving."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. It's just
calling out
like
your place.
it's just fun.
It
It's
is.
exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It gets the
And
people going.
it gets the people going. Just
And,
do
and
it.
And don't get me wrong. Listen, somebody put surprisingly, but not surprisingly, there are a few streamers who are happy with their 3 to 5 to 10 streamers. I'm not shitting on people that have 3 to 5 or 5 to 10 and they're happy
Right.
doing it. But for them, if they're doing it like that and it's more of a hobby, whatever. We're talking about people that genuinely want to be like, hey, I want to be a bigger streamer. I want to grow. And they don't
post.
they don't post. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
thing. It's not even all about posting, you guys.
Right.
I'm so inconsistent about posting. That's not even it. It's literally the collabing, the schedule. Like
Yes.
you have to collab with people. You have to find other like-minded people. I would never shit talk anybody. My husband, he's like a hobby streamer. He streams to like 5 to 10 people. He's happy as fuck. That's his like Wednesdays he gets to stream and Saturdays and Sundays he has his like 3 days that he streams and he is like yes, W11. See, they know in chat. But like do that. He has no desire to be like a streamer like me. I want to be something. I want to do something for my community. I want to change something in gaming, So like there's a difference, just so you know. I'm not shitting on anybody.
And like that being said, well, look at my streams. I never have more than like 10 to 15 people in my chat, but again, like everybody's goal as a streamer is different. So like if you want to grow, there's ways that you can grow, and I've helped someone grow from 0 to 367,000 followers on Twitch. I've helped someone like if I wanted to and I had the time for myself, I could go and grow from my 350 followers on one platform to wherever. It's about and that goes into like understanding the analytics and understanding SEO metrics and understanding when to post, how to get the people invited. What's your hook?
And taking criticism.
Yes.
Well,
accepting
criticism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have to, if someone came to your stream and it says something like, oh, it's whatever or something, don't ban them. Like, just be like, okay. Or, what they always say, I've never done it because I don't like my voice, but like you can go back and watch your streams. Like go back and watch your streams. Like start the stream off.
Please do that.
And like just the dead silence for the first. I now do not do it just starting soon. I literally just turn the stream on and I turn music on and I'm just like, woohoo, like right off the rip now. And that has built my confidence as a streamer. So like you should try that. But I'm just saying.
Definitely.
You gotta go back and watch your stream. I'm not gonna do it though.
And that's why
I'm
I
giving
say
advice, but not taking it.
that's why I say like 90% of a streamer's work is like introspective. You have to look into yourself, how to make yourself happier, how to make yourself like get yourself out there and like be positive and like how to like properly communicate without like making people annoyed with you and stuff like that. It's like a whole like introspective work, in my opinion, is one of the biggest things that like streamers should be working on, like watching your own VODs, understanding where to do that. Because if you watch your own VODs, you can actually clip the stuff yourself. and it's going to make more
Nope,
people watch
I'm not
it.
gonna do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's just it's for me, it's too much work, but
Mhm.
if you really have, like I'm trying my best to grow without doing a lot, you know?
You're
So,
killing it. Like
yeah.
that aside, like you're absolutely killing it. Like everything that you're doing is allowing yourself to grow, and people are like taking notice. Like they're putting you on panels or allowing you to speak at certain things, and like your head's on straight. Your head is you're like you obviously like love what you do, and like doing all of that on top of being a proud mother. It's badass. Fucking queen shit right there.
Try. Gotta build my empire, you know?
Right? And that's where it starts. And
Mm.
because like I could talk about like the back end of streaming work forever. And for somebody who's never streamed before, what technology do you think you need to kind of immerse yourself with and understand? I know this is
Your
a
OBS, your streaming software.
yes.
Everything else you can probably figure out. Get food. Everything else you can
W.
figure out, but yeah, your OBS. If you don't know how to like get that stuff working, and I still have him help me. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like I'm still like I've learned a lot to where like I can add stuff, delete stuff. That I think is like the most important thing. If you
It's
don't have that working,
the bells
your
and whistles
stream's
too.
gonna mess up. Yeah,
Agreed. Like so one of the things that I like to use is Lumia Stream, right?
yeah,
So Lumia is badass. Lumia is one of those things where you can like add alerts for people that like enter the chat. Obviously, like during a
yeah,
podcast, I have all my alerts turned off. They'll visually show up, but they won't um be recorded in like audio wise. Like you have to be able to manage like your audio sources too. Going back
yeah,
into audio engineer, what SFX do you need? Like I could bring out my wavelength, right? And like I could show like all the standard audio things that I'm using to try to like um make everything tick, if that makes sense. There's a lot
yeah.
of things that you got to learn from an audio perspective to even make yourself sound good. Like I take off, like for example, I'm gonna take off my Elgato noise removal thing. I'm gonna take off my Frontier. I'm gonna take off my Rengate. Right now,
But you should know how to put it back on, you know?
yeah, and like, so
Like,
now
I
if this
think
is
too
raw, you can hear me tap
yeah.
on my desk.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So you should learn that. My biggest thing for somebody that's not really a tech person that has my husband do it, I know like the basics. I can like fix stuff here and there. If I need help, I call him. So either have a friend or have somebody that's willing to help you whenever. But for like me, like as again, like learning the OBS is probably the best. I would say the newest thing for streamers that are smaller, when you're newer, you're gonna probably get follow botted at some point and your alerts are gonna go off like fucking crazy, one at a time. Pew,
hashtag
pew, pew, pew,
SiriBot.
pew, pew. But when that shit happens, you need to learn to remain calm and turn your alerts off. And then after stream, turn them back on. Or you can just turn them off and turn them back on. And usually that'll clear it up. But like you need to learn to do that type of stuff. Those are like little tiny things I would say. Because for me, like, I'm not a tech person. I'm not interested in tech at all. Like, I'm always like, babe, what's a better mouse than this? And he'll tell me, you know? But I don't
So
know. It's just one of those things.
one of the things I'm actually going to show here, it's just going to be really cool. So I discovered a couple things inside of OBS. I'm going to actually switch scenes for a second here.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull my OBS over kind of so people can see what I'm doing. I've discovered a way like to modify scenes and modify certain things. For example, I'm performing with GD, right? And like GD's not on this scene. Well, let's find a way to add her onto the scene so that it makes the scene look good so that you can go into your OBS and you can just turn it on with a click of a button and stuff like that. Notice how like when you go through the audio sources that my specific audio stuff is out, things are working. If I turn on my Spotify, you'll see the audio pop up. And stuff like that is stuff that like from a tech perspective, understanding which they call them stingers, right? You can change to specific stingers like for your scene transitions and stuff like that, going into different scenes. That's kind of
Yeah.
stuff that you want to like learn, like familiarize with it. Nutty does a really good job at explaining a lot of this stuff. And like from a tech perspective too, popping back into your settings, understanding your stream outputs, Like I'm streaming at
Yeah. I mean,
6,000 kbs.
yeah, I mean, that's all OBS stuff that like you'll you learn the basics and then you learn as you go. Because guess what? If you don't know it, shit's gonna happen and then you have to figure it out while you're on stream. You're gonna be muted for 25 minutes until you figure out why your audio is not working. It's just gonna happen. It happens
Hmm.
to all of us, especially at the beginning. Um, so learn as much as you can, and if not, get a tech guy.
Well,
That's the best
also,
thing.
what's really cool about that is even in the beginning of this stream, in the beginning of this podcast, um, my audio was out. I didn't realize that I was still muted inside of Wavelength.
Yeah, I okay.
I fixed it.
That's funny. Yeah.
But stuff like that is the stuff that you kind of look at and like it's not about the tech issues that you have, it's about how you work with them. Like I didn't get
Yeah, I
flustered.
panic.
I just
I
listened back
panic.
and I'm like
I
it's
full on breakdown.
but sometimes like in the audio like panicking is funny and you could turn that into content itself. Like so if they
Yeah.
see you like going through like whatever it is that you're going through, like for example, it's like why is my blurb going over and over again? Why is it repeating? What is going on? It's funny, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. No, I mean, if you understand content creation and you make something from a situation, yeah, you can definitely use that for content. I mean, like King Wolves, right?
Hmm.
Like the game's not that scary, but him like reacting and falling out of his chair, like that's funny. He knows what he's doing. He's making the content. So you just gotta like take whatever is happening and brush it off and just do what you can to make content out of it. You like audio's not working. Ah, like, just do have fun with it,
Exactly.
Don't take it too seriously.
One of the coolest streamers, if you're a new streamer and there's people that you should watch, go watch Minecraft streamers. And here's why. Minecraft is
Why?
Minecraft is one of the most boring games in the world. It is so easy. It's like it's just placing blocks and
He's
shit.
not wrong.
And like these
You go in there
streamers,
breaking a block, and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
right? So these streamers, they take Minecraft and turn it into something fun. Not even like stream running it. Like they will take a boring game, enunciate themselves, record themselves like doing goofy funny shit or like whatever the case is and like make something out of nothing. And it's one of the coolest things to watch these streamers who are really good at what they do like
Mhm.
be able to take a boring game like Minecraft and keep enticing people into the game.
Yeah.
Learning how to do that is definitely important. Like if you play a game you're not comfortable with, like for example, I played Repo. I didn't know how to act or do anything because I never played the game before. Play the game first offline so you understand it before you stream it too.
Or make the content and go straight in.
Or go straight in, but this like, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you speaking of the new game thing, because I know a lot of people are saying, you know what, I'm gonna go play this game because I've never done it and it might be interesting. What is your mindset that you should tell people going into a new game as a content creator?
Or like just new games that come out or changing genres of games. Is that what you're asking?
Changing genres.
Um, it's difficult because I mean, with Fortnite's a FPS shooter, and I think, there are a lot of younger viewers from Fortnite. And so switching from like for me, I switched over from Fortnite to COD. I get a lot of male adults, a lot more people my age that I can relate to. So the transition I think was like pretty decent for me. But if you're like playing Call of Duty and you switch to Fortnite, you're gonna probably lose some viewership and you're just gonna have to build it back up. If you make a schedule, I'm always about the schedule.
Mhm.
Beat that into you guys.
It's
But if you make
important.
a schedule, it is. It really, like I'm telling you, make a schedule, stick to it. Your life, your stream will change. I promise you. Um, but if you switch back and forth, from like different things, like start playing both games and trying that. And then once you build it up, you're gonna start building it more of like a stream that you play, just different random things or do just chatting, whatever. So you build up a stream like that, and you're gonna have more people that are there for you and not for the specific game. My mod goes, I watch GD for her boobies. Get out of here. I don't even show my boobs. I'm like such a tomboy. This is probably the most revealing I've been in like weeks. Okay, calm down.
But I mean, like,
I can't
honestly,
take it.
like,
Who let you out of the basement?
honestly, I watch GD, and the reason why I watch GD is because she makes the game entertaining to watch, whether it be COD or Fortnite. Now, I'm not really a big fan of Fortnite, so unfortunately, when she plays Fortnite, I kind of don't really. I tune
He's
in,
like,
but I'm like,
bye.
let me go watch Marie be
I've
like a
been playing
demon
a
in
lot
COD.
of Tarkov.
Tarkov is so difficult.
Love it.
I've been playing a lot of Delta Force on the side. Like I've been playing a lot of games offline, but that's also because like you talk about time management and schedules, right? So I work 3 jobs, one of them being content creator. So I work 2 other positions, and I'm still trying to find ways to make a consistent streaming schedule and be able to put out content. Granted, I'm struggling. I haven't posted content in 3 weeks because here's another thing. If you're struggling to make content, take your time before posting it. Go down, like, I don't want to say dark for 3 weeks, but get yourself like 30 to 40 videos that you can post like 3 times a week that'll hold you over for like a couple months.
Yeah, just take a day. Lock yourself in the room and do it.
Yeah, lock
Somebody
yourself in
said
the room and
y'all,
do it.
somebody said y'all two should get together and do a reality TV show called Flip This Streamer.
Flip the
That'd be
stream, dude.
funny.
I'm
You be
honestly,
tech guy. I come in with the personality. I make them va va boom, and then you come over here and you're like boop boop, and then we're done.
I'm
And we
down.
flipped it. And then
Hopefully,
yeah,
well, I'll flip myself. No, I'm kidding. I'm not doing that.
yeah.
No, but like we'll flip. We can definitely like do something like that. Like I've been watching some amazing streamers out there, like for years, like Sweet Tails, Bad Bear Gamer, Cruzador,
Mhm.
Marie Angel, the only Shady. Like
Bad bear.
I love Bad Bear, and I have the
Listen, I
utmost
miss
respect for
him.
that man. He's
I know his baby's
amazing.
so cute.
He's so
Yeah.
adorable. I
But yeah,
still
no,
am.
I mean, feel that with all the like the flipping the streamer thing and whatever. Like, there's a lot of people that just need advice that don't know where to look for it, and honestly, ask a friend or send us a DM.
Like I'm always open for suggestions. I will. If you're a new streamer and you want me to like come check out your stream, hang out in your stream, give you constructive criticism. You know what? I'm there. I love
Yeah, that's
helping new
what
people.
that's my side hustle. I've been like doing that. Like, throw me a few subs and I'll sit and chat with you and we'll go over everything. I'll help you with your panels. I'll help you with, your this, that, whatever, set up OBS. And I've had a lot of people from my community do that. And now they're streaming and they're doing pretty well, actually. I feel like I have a prodigy or two already. So,
I mean, there's definitely some really good people that come in and out of your community. Like, I like you, Marzies, right? I've watched him grow. Wasn't he a big
mm,
part of your community, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I've
had to yell
watched.
at him. I had to like yell at him and put my foot down. And like, even to this day, we talk on the phone like every day. And like, even today, he was saying something about his stream and like how it was slow this month. And I'm like, but Marzi's like, what are you doing, for your stream? Like, you're collabing with the same group of people that are your friends. You need to start branching out or things are not going to happen. They're not going to pick up. And he's like, you're right. You're right. So, I know he's going to take my advice and he's going to start like working on that and finding other people to collab with. And.
One of the biggest reasons why I started the PSP podcast is to be able to have these types of like streamer conversations with other like streamers, and like my goal with the podcast is to bring in streamers who are accomplished. They know what they're doing because I'm mentally there. I just don't do all
Chat,
the
flip
stuff for
it. I'm
myself.
accomplished. I'm
Yeah,
accomplished.
you are accomplished.
Flip it.
Like clip it, send it,
I mean,
put it on Twitter.
as accomplished as I am, I feel like I'm here when I could be like here.
And but that's a mentality that you need as a streamer. It's like, how do you want to put yourself in a position to get yourself to the next possible level? Looking at streamers like Erect Dictator, DB Jess,
Yeah.
like they put themselves in like this.
DB Jess is so talented,
She's
though.
amazing. No, she's
I
amazing.
cannot
So
draw a
good.
stick figure to save my life, okay? And she's got like she's got so much talent.
She's got so much
Like,
talent, and it's
I mean,
amazing to
you
watch.
also cannot, like, I will say this, you cannot compare yourself to these people.
Boom.
Take the little qualities that you like from each of them, like, and then pull that in. The little qualities. Like, I
Yes,
love her, like, vibey room, whatever. Like, look at I have a vibey room, you know?
you
Like,
do.
I'm not gonna don't just, like, steal the content because it's never gonna work out for you. You need to make your own content. That's for sure.
Talk about Bobby Room. I'm putting you on full screen for a second. You got the Star Wars stuff in the back, the C3PO, the R2D2. You got the
Yeah,
lava
the
lamp
helmet.
on the other side. Yeah, the Stormtrooper helmet.
Yep.
The Yoshi, the
All my
Toad.
favorite stuff.
See, I took a different route with my stream room. My stream room, I have a little Pikachu sitting there, and then I have a chair. The chair has significance, but that's where Joplin sleeps. But
Yeah.
um, my whole stream room is in need of a massive makeover. But I mean, like when I have time, I have things sitting in my room that I can kind of pull things down. Like one of the things I'm actually investing in right now is like a neon sign, and that neon sign that says perk, and like little strip lights, like little strip LED lights that I can have like with my room off and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like people
Yeah.
love paying attention to your background, just like they love paying attention to like your different scenes that you put together.
My Eat More Ass pillowcase gets me, like, I couldn't even tell you how many follows. Just that
Oh, here,
pillowcase. I think it's the funniest thing.
it's great.
The follows. Yeah, but it's like my background. People like it's like what did someone say? Someone man, your background is a talking point, an introduction to who you are as a person. So when people come into your stream and they see a lava lamp, movies, Quentin Tarantino movies, Warzone, Star Wars, Pokemon, a cat, vinyls, disco ball. Like when they see stuff like that, they can pull it out and they can, they like, oh my god,
It's like,
I
oh, you're the person
love
with the eat more
this.
ass pillow.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, sorry. But like they're like, "Oh my god, I love that." And then you wind up having a conversation and boom, you just got a new community member. So like putting time and effort into your stream background and making it who you are is going to help you to grow as a streamer. Like not only is it a cool place to hang out, but it's conversations that you're constantly going to have about your background.
It's
Keep
also
the
the
chat going.
relatability aspect too, because a lot of the times, like you have to look at it as a streamer from a viewer. Like, what is going to bring people into your chat? And a lot of people miss that aspect. Was like, what am I doing for my viewers to make it entertaining for my viewers to actually be here? Like, why do you want to
Yeah.
be here? And it's not
Yeah.
just like my amazing personality. It's the stuff that they can relate to, the stuff that they
Yeah.
love and enjoy, that they can feel happy. Because, I mean, granted, this whole streaming world's full of parasocial relationships where people think that they're like really close with a specific person, even though they're not. But like, it's stuff that you kind of have to learn as like the things go around. You have to understand the psychology kind of
No one
behind it.
owes you anything.
Boom. No one owes you anything. And it's really interesting to kind of think about from a streamer perspective and from a viewer. It's so I want to ask, like, from a viewer perspective, why should we choose GD? What makes GD GD?
Hmm. I mean, I've thought about this so many times, but I mean, I know it's Mother's Day, but I do have like this motherly thing to me, I guess you can say. Not like, I have a very chaotic personality slash stream, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, like if anybody that's in my community needed anything, I would be there for them. Um,
I can speak from experience. She is.
Whether you are new, you've never dropped a sub, to people that drop a ton of subs, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I am there for every single person in my community. Like, so many people have my phone number that have been going through like such a hard time and they just need someone to talk to. And I'm like, I see their posts and I like give them my phone number. I'm like, call me, I'll talk to you. I don't care. Um, I'm like I'm there a lot for my community more than I think sometimes people say like you should be because like you can only do so much on top of everything that I do. Yes, and like I like to give back a lot. Like, I do like hand postcards for my community that like, support me. I try to like give back because I'm so like appreciative of what they do for me. Like my mod, Killa has been my mod for 4 or 5 years now. He just got a PC from me.
Oh, that's so awesome.
So, like I think that's a little bit different than most streamers. Most streamers um are very private with their life, I guess you can say. And some streamers don't want anything from their community, like don't want that connection, which is teach their own. Everybody's gonna be different. But for me, like if you want a true friendship, I guess that's where I go.
You also talk about privacy as a streamer, and this is something that we kind of like. I want to talk about this because a lot of people are very um private in their streaming life with specific areas and specific avenues. Like for example, with me, everybody knows I'm from Cleveland. Look I'm repping
Yeah.
a Cavs hat. I don't care if they know my city. Are they going to ever come here and actually find me? No, because they're never going to find out where in this massive 1.6 billion million populace that I'm going to be at. For all I know, I could be all the way down in
Yeah.
Akron, which is a completely different city, an hour away from Cleveland, and nobody really knows. But it's still technically Cleveland because of how Ohio is. Like, what do you do to protect? And because you probably have to do this even more than I do. What do you do to keep your life private, especially because you're a mother and you have a son as well?
I mean, if people are gonna find you, they're gonna find you.
Right.
But having that conversation with your family about what would happen if they find you, and then not even that, like, I don't know. I try not to be a controversial streamer because a lot of people target ones that are more controversial. Um, but like I have a PO box if I have my stuff. Um, and just trust like who's around you, I guess, For my
Trust.
privacy, I mean, I'm very open about, where I live. Like I live in, Kansas. Like I live in Kansas. And I've had people from my community come stay in my home, So like I just had Ricky Bobby here, Like we had a
W.
co-stream. He came over. So like it all depends on someone's comfortability. Um, but I know some people are like hella private, like to where like they don't even like talk about their significant other on stream or their kids. I don't know. I just feel like I booking my ticket to Kansas, okay. um, but I just feel like it's based on the streamer and what privacy. For me, I'm very open, but some people, like I said, I can't really compare 'cause I don't know on that end.
Like, and yes, privacy is important, but there's also important to understand what aspects of privacy you kind of put out there. Like, no one, for me, like, I choose to not let people know my name. No one's going to ever know it. They're just not. It is what it is. It's one thing that you're
Brian,
never going to find out. Not even close.
Brian,
Not even close.
Christopher,
Not even close.
Chad. Okay,
Ocho
yes.
Cinco. W. But, I mean, like, no one's going to be able to figure something like that out. I'm not going to let
Yeah,
anyone know it. There's no way to be able to find that out unless you physically get on my PC and see some of the stuff that I'm in.
yeah,
From somebody who works in cybersecurity, like you have to know how to protect yourself and protect the specific data. Is like, for example, let's say my password manager gets compromised, right? Well, that sucks for you because that's immediately going to get disabled. I'm going to find out about it instantly, and I have another 2 or 3 password managers to be able to back things up, to be able to pull things out, to be able to resync everything and pull things through. I have multi-factor on everything to almost an extreme perspective. So I consistently run scripts to monitor my PC and to monitor my environment. I have a server from a cybersecurity perspective that I use as a
yeah,
honeypot where I can monitor if someone's trying to use a WebSocket to be able to pop into your stream and like DDoS you or take things down and take down your network. Like I have
yeah.
things running, like
That's like
scripts
a lot
running.
of stuff that don't scare people though. Like
I'm not gonna
it's a
scare
little
people,
scary.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's a little scary. You guys don't have to worry about that most of the time. That's
Right.
just like the one rare occasion that you hear about it once a year on whatever,
It's because I work in cybersecurity, so I have the knowledge and I did it individually for my own network. So it's not just you, it's not just you as a viewer, it's other things as well. It's like other avenues of stuff that I do inside of my main line of work, which is why that stuff is in place.
Yeah.
So, but as a
Cybersecurity
streamer,
people, just so you know, I work with a lot of like
mhm,
during cybersecurity people are just like very protective, very, 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 very protective. I'm like, too much.
Yeah, I'm overly protective, but that's just
Yeah.
that's just me.
Yeah, it's just only take one time and then I'll be like, I'm not telling anyone anything ever again.
Well, I mean, like, but that's why I'm so open about my location. People can find out who I am. They're
Yeah.
not, or where I'm at. They're never gonna be able to find out who I'm at, because of that. But I feel like though, with having a family, like, and being a mom, like, you are really protective of your own space, and it's really cool. Like, is there anything that you do to make sure, like, to solidify that? I know we kind of spoke a little bit about it.
But protective about my space,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm getting like, I think I'm getting view botted right now.
Oh, joy.
Just, yeah. No, you saw my message on Twitter, right? The guy was like, you were gonna put you through a stress test in the next 72 hours. You saw that message?
I
Yeah,
did
it's
see that.
happening, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I think it's happening right now.
Is it? Are you
Which
viewbouting on Twitch or Kick?
Kick. I'm only on Kick right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, for my son, like the privacy part of that, I mean, I'm not protect them for the most part, but I mean, it's just like it's on the internet. It's like putting your kid's photo on Facebook. Like it's the same
Right.
thing to me. Like people are gonna see that.
For sure.
So
So back to like the streaming and like how to grow as a streamer. Is there any particular platform that you'd like to post at more than any other platform?
YouTube, YouTube's king. For long term, I would love to post more long term, like long videos, um, long form videos, but I just need to make more long form content and plan it out. That like it's just that's where it gets tricky. I have the schedule and
Mm-hmm.
we have the stuff, but it's a little difficult, and I'm not a good editor. So
Long form content is so much fun. It's so difficult
yeah,
because it's so time consuming. Like, let's kind of put things in like in terms that a viewer can understand. You create a short form content, right?
easy.
Your short form content typically will take about an hour and 15 minutes for each 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so it's about an hour and 15 minutes to edit that before you
yeah.
say, you know what, I want to go throw it into CapCut, get auto captioning, put on that, an AI generated captioning, and then I can edit that from there and do stuff like that. But like,
See, like right. See, right now. Hold on. Is it okay? Is it that one guy that was here last time that's doing the messages, the bot messages? If you look at my chat right now, I'm getting like botted. You know
I'm trying to pull
what
it
in the
up.
world?
I'm
It's
trying to.
copying our message. Yeah,
Oh, so he's doing that.
yeah,
Honestly, and stuff like that, I just kind of swope. I usually just move over to follower only chat for the time being.
yeah, yeah. We can put it on followers only, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people like this, though, this like for me does not bother me at all. Like, stop copying me. Um, this doesn't bother me at all because this shit will happen. There's people that will come and do this shit, and they want to see like the reaction of people. They want you to break down. They want to like whatever. So it's just one of those things that who cares?
Right.
Like I don't
And
know.
but like people, and I do agree with that. Like when people on the like the malicious side of that type of stuff, it's they want the reaction of the streamer, and like
Yes, and most streamers don't know how to handle it, and then they
right,
go crazy, and they cry, and then
then they
whatever,
post their
like
content to YouTube of their live reaction, and then they try to sell their stuff.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Which is stupid,
It's dumb, but
but,
like
like, I would just put it on followers only mode, like, train your mods to know what to do, or you know what to do if like, just yeah.
but
Thank you
yeah,
for the viewers.
exactly. It's like thank you for the viewers, thank you for the interactive chat and the interactive
Yeah,
messages, but like there are follow bots and stuff like that happen usually from outside sources of like people who like kind of want to get a rise out of a streamer. But now
yeah,
this was a big topic about 6 months ago. But there are some streamers out there that do follow botting themselves in effort to raise their viewer count so
You mean view
you're more
botting?
seen. Yeah, viewbotting. What are your thoughts on
Yeah.
streamers that viewbot?
I mean, honestly, it's smart if you think about it. If you have 200 viewers, people are going to see you more up the top. But same time, like we all know what you're doing. No one's talking in chat. And I don't know. I don't know. It's just one of those things like,
Also, high dunk.
why?
Sorry.
Are you calling somebody out that does it?
I know a couple people who do that on purpose. I'm never going to do it because I don't want to waste my money. There's no point.
Yeah, no, I don't have money or time.
Yeah, I don't have that ability.
And 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 it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, you're not gonna get 10 subs from a fucking view bot. You're just gonna get more people that probably click on your stream, and that doesn't guarantee anything either. So
And you're never going to actually grow the right way. And Shady and I had a intense conversation about this. It's like, sure, they can viewbot, they can do whatever the hell they want, but it's not going to bring people organically into your chat, and not as much as you want them to. You're never going to
yeah,
grow organically. Like I strive to be able to grow in an organic manner. Yeah, dude,
yeah,
you're almost at 2 years. That's wild. But we strive to like get viewers to come in organically, and a lot of people take the I'm gonna post content and then people might find my content and then bring that in, and that's how people find your stream. Like I found GD um actually back when, like, because she used to watch Bad Bear Gamer, and I also used to watch Bad Bear Gamer, and that's kind of where our connection came from. But
yeah,
what finding streamers view mutual experiences also through content that you post your own, people who post similar content, is how you find people that you eventually become friends with or want to create communications with. So I know I kind of spoke a lot about that, but like
yeah,
it doesn't. Moral of the story is follow botting doesn't help you. It'll help boost you and help people see you, but they might not talk in chat. So
yeah. What's the most amount of viewers that you had? I had 32,000. I was so famous. I was so
so
famous.
the most viewers I've ever had, um, minus my birthday stream 2 years ago, where I had 1.3K when I did that 24-hour birthday stream, and I think you rated into me, and then Brittany rated into me, and I think a couple other people rated into me, and I ended up having 1.3 thousand viewers on Kick at like 3 o'clock in the morning. That was
Yeah,
wild. But the most viewers I've ever had that I call more so organic, that wasn't due to a subathon, was from BB Jess. Uh,
yeah,
she rated me in the middle of me doing like a charity event stream, and like I ended up having almost 800 people in my Twitch chat. In like one of the things I do want to discuss in regards to that is when you raid out to people, how do you choose who you're going to raid out to? And how do you make sure those people that you raid into don't overthink it and don't like kind of sweat and like just get nervous when they see that big amount of people going into their chat?
but we actually, I will go through the, like, say, Warzone section, and I will right click and open tab on like 3 or 4 people
Mm-hmm.
that have like less viewers than me. Usually, they like to raid smaller streamers. Um, and then I'll see if they have a camera. Because I mean, get a camera. Like, it's gonna help retain people. People want to know. They want to see people.
Or
They want
V2
to have that
persona.
interaction. Yeah. Um, And so, that is like a big thing. And then we'll go through and I'll follow. And it's the follow to you acknowledging and how you acknowledge. So, like, if you get a follow and they're just like, then you don't get the raid. But if you like follow, God damn it, welcome in, I'm like, fuck yeah. And we usually let chat vote too. Like, there'll be like 2 or 3 people, or we'll get like down to 2 and they're like, "Okay, which one chat?" And chat will pick. So I will like pick 4, chat will pick the final, and then we rate out, and like then it's crazy pants. But that's how we usually do it here.
That's awesome. I never really thought about doing it in that way and like kind of have them up. I kind of have like a lower end computer, so whenever I bring up Chrome, my whole stream freezes because it's going from my OBS. But like I digress. So I don't
Yeah.
actually like, kind of pull it up. Like when I go to host someone or raid someone, the first thing that I check is like what game are they playing? Is it similar to my community?
Yeah.
And is my community gonna have fun over there as well? Like, and it's really awesome to see like to raid into somebody and to get their like genuine reaction is one of the most fun things as like a viewer and as your
And
community.
your community too. Like if you do this with your community, it's such a fun thing to where like my some of the people move right into and they're like, oh, the bust, like that was awkward or that got weird fast. Or they'll be like, "That was the coolest thing." Like the person we like come in and we show so much love to them and like it's Nano Snipes, I think was like one of the best ones we did. We raided into him and he was so excited and then we all started dropping subs on him and at the end of it like he was like crying and was just like, "Listen, rent like, I don't know if I can pay my rent this month and blah, 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 and all this stuff, like having a really hard time. And it's like things like that. That's like, fuck yeah. Finding smaller streamers and raiding into them are so much fun. So much fun.
I I
And it's
definitely agree.
rewarding because some people are trying to grind. And those are the streamers that just, like I said, they're not like the hobby streamers, but they're trying and they just don't know what to do?
Right. And like they haven't had that connection with somebody to be able to like go back and say, you know what, hey, like I noticed you raid into this. Like how did I do? How was the stream? Like what did you think? Like if somebody ever raids into me, I'm more than likely gonna reach out to you, whether it be either via DM or like however, or like whether it be Twitter or like whatever the case is, because I want to know what you think. I want to know what you thought of my stream. Did my audio sound good? Or do my scenes look good? Were there any lag?
I do
Because
the same thing. It's actually really funny. Tactical Grandma, the first time she ever raided me, she
hmm
was like, God, God, God damn it. Okay, yeah, we'll write God damn it. God damn it. And then like I wound up meeting her in person and I thought it was the funniest thing. I was just like, yeah, you were like, whatever. Some people are like, let's rate our friend GD. So yeah, I do the same thing.
it's
I have to
also a
send
way
you
to
that
connect.
video too. Yeah. Well, I have to send you this video.
Uh
It's
huh.
on my Twitch. It's actually like one of those VODs that like saves forever.
hmm
When Sweet Tails rated me and I sent her a postcard and like that whole thing, you should watch that later. You're gonna be like,
I
what?
remember when Sweet Tails rated you because I remember seeing
She
that.
rated me,
Yeah,
but she rated me, and then I sent her a postcard, and then she had gotten the postcard, and she's like, "Explain the ethic that goes like the work ethic that goes behind this, and like she's gonna go places and stuff like that." I have it saved because I was like, "That was the coolest thing." But she like brought me up on her stream, and I thought I was getting rated again, and no, I mean like she was just bringing her community over, telling them to drop a follow and everything. It was just really like it was cool.
you want me to do a VR stream? Bro, I don't even own a VR headset.
So.
I'll figure it out. We'll make it work.
I mean, if he buys you one,
Well, I mean, that's a whole different story. I'm not going to ask my community to do that. I'm a
yeah.
different type of streamer. I'm not trying to grow. If I was trying to grow, I would have grown. Um, I'm trying to make content to be able to help other people. I've decided pretty much like I might go fully into podcasting. I might do more of the PSP podcast than I will
Yeah.
do probably Call of Duty. I think I'm a way better
You're
podcast
you're
streamer.
doing like the long game,
Yeah, I'm doing the long
basically.
game. Like it's not. I don't want to be a short game. I want to be around. I want people to know who I am in a positive light, and that's
Yeah.
my own goal. And I just want to be happy and make a positive impact in any way that I can, whether it be from a tech perspective or whether it be from like just helping newer creators perspective or even helping older creators perspectives.
Yeah.
Like I could, if you want to learn analytics, you hit me up. You want to know how to grow on YouTube, what SEO metric sites to use, what things to grab, hit me up. Like for example, I did a little test with my emergence of the PSP podcast on TikTok. First 4 videos that I posted with Bibbidi as that test hit 4,000, 6,000, 10,000, 6,000 views. People love that stuff. And that's the type of thing that you kind of have to do to like test yourself, to see how things go. Learn from
Yeah.
experience, learn from trial and error, grab the right SEO metrics, post at the right time. Like, when are people going to want to learn how to become a streamer? In today's economy, we have to figure out ways to make money, whether it be our side hustles, whether it be just a regular second job, or whether it even be including streaming into your day to day. And people want to be
Yeah.
fiscally successful. And you
Yeah.
have to ask yourself, how can I do that? So
Yeah.
that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I love doing what I'm doing, and I love talking to creators and giving that positive mindset out to people, because you can
Yeah.
do it, but it takes a specific mentality.
Yeah. We definitely have two separate like ideas for it too. Like you're very tech and like learning, and I'm very like networking and collabing, like more people, you're more back end for
Right.
sure.
And like, well, Bad Bear, speaking of, we bring him up so much.
I love Bad Bear. Did you not fucking cry at his goodbye video? If I
I
watched
did.
that shit, it was pinned. I would, like I lost my shit. I was like,
I
why am I crying so much right now? Like
I
that shit was sad.
actually I genuinely cried
I think
at his
everybody fucking
video.
cried. Let's be real.
And like, that dude is a creator at the core. He is an absolute mastermind when it comes to content. And he has the when he was on the podcast, we talked about the 3 E's of content being educational.
Mhm.
These are it's about the 3 E's of content. Let me start. Is people who can create content to be successful at it. You either do it via an educational thing, via an entertaining thing, or an empathetic thing. Those
Yeah.
are the 3 E's. Usually people who show empathy do extremely well in the world of content. People who entertain or like goofy, who are funny and have a personality, they do really well in content. Or educate, like loadout videos. How is this tech gonna work? Look at Nutty in all the videos he makes on streaming technology. How is that
Yeah.
stuff gonna work? So those are the people who are successful.
Yeah. It's
And,
true.
and it's so
Just ask for
cool.
help or
Yes,
watch videos.
message us, message me. I don't know about GD, but I know she said you can message her, but message me. I will help however I can. I'll give advice. Because
Yeah.
sometimes streaming at 6,000 KB, 6,000 bit rate isn't the best move. Because it all depends on the
Funny.
processor of your the processor, GPU, like what you have. Because COD breaks the computer. But
Yeah, that's true. My chat's going crazy over here. I love them.
your
Yeah,
your
it's
chat's
definitely nice
awesome.
nice to have like such a good community, one that I work so hard for,
Of
you
course.
know.
So what speaking of all these different streamers in the space, and like, who are some amazing moms in the content space, or just amazing women that like you look up to that deserve their flowers?
Oh my gosh. There's so freaking many people. Right off the when you said mom, right off the rip, Nova Court. I love Nova Court. Um, Watching her become like a mom and then like her streaming and stuff and like her trying to go through postpartum while trying to stream and figure out her life and how she's come out the other side is like so like it's just amazing. There's just so many people that I can go on forever. But like her, she's like right off the top of my head. Like I love her. She's got a 1 year old who's learning to walk and she's trying to maintain like, so much. I remember when she was trying to like stream and she put the baby down and her husband was out of town. She's like, all right, baby's down. I did my makeup. I'm ready to stream. And the baby woke up and like just like trying to, you know, just trying to find the balance. Like I love
Yeah,
her and respect her so much. But there's so many other people. I mean,
there's a lot of people
I
out
can
there.
there's so many people.
Positive. Shout out to
Yes.
Positive, being an amazing human being who's been like doing leaps and bounds of incredible things with Meld Studio as a
Hmm.
mom, and she's been absolutely killing it. Like, she was somebody who was on the podcast previously, like Black Harley Q, Lauren J, like moms who are in the light in the kick side of things, who are just kind of killing it and doing whatever they have to do.
I mean, there's so many. There's so many. Like I could have like I could make a list and go on forever. Go for
Right.
the next 4 or 5 hours talking about them.
One of my favorite female streamers out there. There's like there's four people from the female streamers that I will suggest off the rip. First one being Steffi Evans. Steffi kills it. You like Call of Duty content, you like people who are absolute demons and make phenomenal content. Have to throw Steffi onto that list. The next one would be Marie Angel. Not only was she the first person I've ever watched on Twitch, but she was the type of person that literally is just a good-hearted human being, and like she's just like one of those people who's just awesome. Another mom that I should shout out, Vivity.
Yeah.
She's great. She's awesome. She's amazing.
I
And
met
she's
her and I was on, I think, on the panel with her. She is a ball of energy. I was like, I need to bottle that up.
she's
Like,
so amazing.
yeah. No,
And
she's definitely a different, like, I feel like we have different personalities, but she is definitely killing the game. I love it.
her and my energy, like when I get in a like, like my like zone is what I call it, is very similar. Like
Yeah.
when I get into my zone and like I'm like all goofy and like wild and like funny, it's like I see like a definite personality connection between the two of us, and like she's really awesome and really vibrant, and like it's so cool to watch people just like kind of grow and be as awesome as they are. And like
Yeah.
there's so many amazing women in this space that deserve the love, that are not like moms or not. Like Miss Savage, amazing human being. Definitely deserves the love and support. Like she's been killing it in like almost all aspects of what she's been doing too.
My thing is when people are like, name some names, and I'm like, I don't want to name names because there's so many people. If I miss one, I'm that person that's gonna feel terrible. Like, not that I didn't love you. I love you just as much, if not more. I just forgot because I'm on the spot, you know?
Well, it's also like when you, even as like you have like the hour of as a creator to go watch somebody and go see somebody and go hang out with people, right? Who are you going to
Yeah.
go hang out with? It's like you can't pull up 150,000 streams at once. That's not possible.
Yeah, ask me for specifics. Do you want like travel vlog slash, Marvel COD, Rebirth Demon? Like, okay, Stefsky,
Yeah.
you want music, like very BB Jess, like it depends on like everybody. Like I can just put into category most like supportive community, like things like that. Like just saying, it can go on for days.
So there are amazing streamers in the space, but for all these new streamers who are
Shout out
thinking
to the
about,
mommies.
shout out to the mommies, and make sure, if you guys haven't already, tomorrow's Mother's Day. Make sure you take time out of your day to go wish your mother a happy Mother's Day. Um, and they deserve it. Have done so much to get you to where you're at, and just be there. And like I can't express enough how important it is, like to just wish your mother a happy Mother's Day if you can. But as a fellow mom, who's thinking about streaming and going into content, somebody who's new, someone who's thinking about actually getting out there and doing it, what is the first thing that you would tell her that you want them to know?
Hmm. Man, the first thing for a mom going into content, make time for your child. That's for sure. Like I mean, he's 7 and or 7 months, and I'm like literally with him all day long, which to me doesn't feel like enough. And then my husband's with him for a few hours before he goes to bed. But like
Mm-hmm.
Mondays, it's my husband and I together, like just like with him, make sure you make time specifically for that. Like put your phone away, all that. Um, make a schedule and balance. You got to make sure you schedule your household duties, being a parent, your stream. You also don't forget your husband, okay, you guys? Like you're gonna wind up having it when they leave the nest. You're gonna have an empty marriage if you don't. Like you have to have balance on that. Just you have to have balance. That's like the biggest thing. You have to go into it and not just put everything in one basket. That would be my advice.
I definitely agree. Like balance in your own personal life versus streaming life, and it's such a critical thing. And like time management as a whole is such a critical thing. Um, you said accidentally went into the creator dashboard on Twitch. I don't think I did. All right. Anyways, sorry. but that is a very important thing. Like time management is so critical when it comes to like just wanting to go into content in general. If I
Yeah.
had to give somebody advice on streaming, something I wish that I knew, backlog your videos and get yourself like a month's worth of content to post like daily prior to even hitting that go live button. Once you
Yeah.
start seeing a following on your video, once you start making that content and seeing people kind of pull in and like filter into your streams, um, I'd start with the content route. So
Yeah.
last question of the podcast, and I want to bring it back towards you. What type of legacy do you hope to leave for your kids if they watch your content way down the line? What type of legacy do you want yourself to be known for?
So if they watch me back, shit. No. No, I mean, like, my kids are gonna have a good relationship with me, and they're gonna know, just don't take life too seriously, have fun with it, you know? Like, they're gonna be like, "My mom had so much fun streaming." That's what I want them to see. Um, and I stream so they can have a better life. Like, I literally like, streaming is so mentally taxing, like I said, that if I could walk away from it tomorrow, I would. However, I'm so good at it and I'm so successful at it that literally like I'm going to grind out. This is my career, and um you know, I want to provide for my family. Like, I want to keep on growing because I want to use this platform to be successful and put my kids through college, and do stuff like that. Um, so that's kind of like where it's at. Like, I want to be on the top and see, maybe things change and I can just do this full time and quit my other job. But it's a lot of work, and you always have that in the back of your mind, like, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I don't want to have to
Hmm.
talk to anybody. I literally don't want to talk to anybody, you know. But I talk to, like, I feel like hundreds of people a day because of stream. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna look back and be like, she did something cool. We were able to go to college, and she had fun. Maybe that would be it.
And that's an awesome legacy to have, and I definitely agree. You definitely are successful at what you do. People love you.
My
People are
mom
awesome.
shit on little kids in Call of Duty, and she carried the boys. And guess what? Now I'm going to college, man.
So in like even that, like with COD, you're so good at Verdant, like just like Call of Duty in general, that
Oh
whenever
my
I
god.
play with you, it's like a whole other like echelon of COD. It's like and like when I play with Shady, like even him and I are like
You guys troll. You guys are
well,
trolls.
I don't
You
play
guys are
with
like
Shady. I don't play with
rocket
Shady like
launcher.
that. I don't play with
Yeah,
Shady
you
like
guys.
that. But
Oh, yeah, you guys have like rocket launchers and
well, when I play,
you're.
like my current meta is the Cat AMR with the explosive rounds.
Oh my god. If you shot me, I would be screaming through proc chat at you.
Like I currently run through Verdansk with a crossbow with explosive rounds and a Cat AMR with explosive rounds.
I'm
It's
leaving. I'm leaving this. Bye, guys. Fuck
and
this
it,
podcast. He's leaving through explosive rounds. Oh my
no,
god, getting down by a crossbow with explosive rounds, the absolute rage that comes through my body. I'm
it's
like,
so funny
what
though.
the fuck? Because you get down and then it explodes and then you die. You don't get time to get rezzed. That's it.
5 ads. I can't control the ads. I'm sorry, but no, you're right though. It's like, but that's why I do it because it's so much fun. And it's like
Yeah.
putting people into like that blender where it's like they should win a gunfight. They should be doing this. Shoot them with a crossbow. Run behind a wall. They can't shoot me. They're down.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like, but like when I play with like any of my friends, not like as I want to say, like I've played with Shady, but I don't play with Shady like that. When I play with any of my friends, like I'm all about trolling. You're on like a whole different level of like Call of Duty. Like even in like the rank play. Like if you and I ever play Verdansk, like maybe I'll actually be able to hold my own for once and not die like immediately.
We'll
But like
play.
when we played Al Mazrah together, or in like
I
any of
ran
like those
around like
older
a
maps,
cat on catnip.
she destroyed everything, and I'm sitting here like, she's like, there's like 3 guys over here. They're like in the thing, and I'm like, all right, I'm on my way. They're dead. Where were you? I'm like, I'm still at the lighthouse. But
Please, for those who play COD, pull your knife out and run. We need you to
Yes.
hurry up. Chop chop. Where are you? And they're like running with their gun slowly. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
like I had to run SMG sniper just to be able to keep up because I keep forgetting to pull out my knife. So
We worked on it. You pull out your knife now.
I'll pull out my knife in some ways.
Fair.
But
Everyone's
GD,
like, what's a knife? You guys are dorks.
well, GD, I appreciate you so much for coming onto the podcast today.
Of course.
And like I appreciate the conversation. Like
Thanks
you're
for having
awesome.
me.
It's always a pleasure. I definitely want to run some games soon. Um,
Absolutely.
what's your plan tonight?
I got a bunch of people in the community that want to run, so I'm super excited about that. Just
Hell
gonna
yeah.
squad up with the boys, you know. It's Saturday. I have some non-alcoholic beers in the fridge. So, you know, we're gonna run and hang out. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm
Well,
off tomorrow. I'm gonna celebrate Mother's Day today on stream. But yeah, for any females, any mothers are out there, or any other, well, any streamer, my DMs are open. DM me if you guys need help with anything. If you guys want advice and want to grow. Sure.
and we definitely love that. And Band Fam, please, I'm gonna send you over to GD. But please make sure you guys show some love. Party with her tonight. Have some fun. Maybe even join those games. GD,
I'm
I
gonna eat on
appreciate you.
stream too. This bagel.
W bagel. W bagel. But GD, I
You-
appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, love you. Bye.
Bye.